This is a forest occupation. We have a corporation called RWE, which is an energy corporation. They dabble in multiple forms of energy production. Some of it is green, renewable energy, but some of it is lignite mining, which is a form of energy, a form of brown coal that is extremely bad for the planet, extremely polluting, and not very efficient in energy either. There's a mine very close to the forest, and they want to cut down this forest to spread the mine. They have already moved citizens and actual whole cities to other places and changed the name. So instead of Morsenik, it's New Morsenik when they move the cities.
To all the people who are born now, and we've mainly, especially in the western part of the world or global north, we've been destroying, and we're creating so many problems for other people who are more vulnerable or who don't have the possibility to fight back because of really authoritarian regimes. And we should show solidarity with them and really try to create an environment that's respecting nature and making a future that is possible for all.
So the forest struggle, I think, is a lot more than just these trees and the animals that live in it. The forest struggle, Hambacher forest, represents a very strong fight against capitalism, against the state, against speciesism, and against gender roles. We're here not only for the forest, not only against the mine, but also creating a huge social system that then we can grow all around Europe and then all around the world, where people are not actually oppressed and they can be the person that they're supposed to be.
So one of the things that for me makes Hambacher so unique, so worth fighting for, is the sense in which here it's like it's constantly pushing the boundaries of what single issue activism is capable of, and it's a place in which you can call those limitations into question and really ask yourself, how is it possible to fight against speciesism, but at the same time do that in a way in which you're combining that struggle with many other liberation struggles. So not merely a matter of animal liberation, but also human and earth liberation, recognized not merely as different struggles that are compatible or complementary, but actually as different aspects of exactly the same struggle, a single struggle for total liberation.
I hope that everyone maybe can feel empowered to create such an environment where they can live life as they want to, without having to obey to the laws or rules of capitalism, to a system of justice that isn't moral or right, and that we shouldn't be obeying to an authority that doesn't have its legitimacy.
The last eviction was about 2 years ago, so by now we have a lot of structures built up. A lot of tree houses, a lot of barricades, a lot of ways to try and hinder people to cutting down this forest. It's an international occupation. There are most Germans here, since it is in Germany, but we have people coming from all types of places, all types of backgrounds and all types of countries. Which also means that when we live in this occupation, you have the possibility of doing exactly what you want at any time. So if you have a day where you want to build something, do a barricade or build a new compost toilet, you'd be free to do that. But if you have a day where you just want to read and learn and spend time by yourself, there's also the possibility of doing that. When the threat of eviction is big, we spend more time collecting food, storing it on tree houses to prepare ourselves, using press as much as possible and giving interviews so we can spread the word about this.
Police repression is obviously huge in this place. The government and the businesses involved have a lot of money surrounding this topic, which means that we are blocking them from making profit. For that reason, the police is behind us at all times.
There's bad press because they're trying to make the struggle, or to make the struggle appear in a bad light, even though we have a good case. it stops a lot of people from coming here, because when they hear, oh, they are all violent and they follow you through the forest and they might beat you up, then it stops people from coming here and having a look at what is actually happening and what crime is just 500 meters around the corner. They just make us appear in a bad light. And also it's a really easy way to control the opinions of the masses when you control the media. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and the guilty innocent.
Just in January, we had 9 people sent to prison after a barricade eviction. 5 of them came out 2 weeks after. The other 4 had a court case 3 days ago. 3 of them came out, but we still have 1 more in prison at the moment. And just yesterday we had another barricade eviction, and 4 more people got taken to the police station. Just at the time of this interview, we're waiting to see if the judge decides to send them to prison or to release them. During the cutting season, the police operation is even bigger. We can see from police with dogs to even machine guns, and a lot of riot police creating big chains of police to not allow us to do anything. But this also really shows the bravery of activists and this amazing sense to just fight for the struggle. People are not scared, and people will fight for this forest and for this project. So I think it's an amazing place to learn and to discover the person you are in a riot.
If you're interested in coming here, you're very welcome. Come and check the place out for yourself.
Come to Hambacher anytime. There is food and there's places to sleep. There is work if you want to work, and there is chilling moments if you just want to chill.
Ways of helping could be donating food, toilet paper, building material, donating a couple of hands in a weekend if you want to come and help build something.
Come here, don't believe the media, make your own opinion.
There is also other stuff that you can do if you can't make it to the forest. You can go onto our blog and put your telephone number on the blog. There's a yellow banner on the top. We can send you texts letting you know when a barricade eviction or when cutting season starts or when we're having any sort of trouble. And then people can organize all the stuff outside of the forest, like protests and demos and actions. We keep seeing reports of like people from around the forest doing sabotage on machinery in RWE, but also lots of reports about banner drops and about demos of solidarity in multiple countries. So there is many different ways you can support us. You can be creative and decide what you want to do. Just give us a hand.
Another way of helping could be using social media. The more attention we get on this, the harder it will be for the court and the police to fight us, because the more support we have, the stronger we are. So if you can't come and live here with us, you can come and check it out. You can come for a weekend. You can mail the court. You can spread it on social media. Anything you can do to help, we'd welcome.